SNP MP Martin Day has lodged a petition in the House of Commons calling for the state pension to be unfrozen for 500,000 British nationals living abroad in countries that do not have a reciprocal agreement with the UK government. The Linlithgow and East Falkirk MP also mentioned the abysmal treatment of the WASPI Women Against State Pension Inequality, as he pointed out failings in the UK pension system. He told MPs, "There is a considerable amount wrong with pension policy in the UK, from having one of the lowest rates in Northwest Europe, to the abysmal treatment of the WASPI women and the 500,000 British citizens around the world whose pensions have been frozen due to the failure to establish bilateral agreements, including 127,000 people in Canada." More than 3,850 people have signed an online petition calling on the UK government to unfreeze state pensions and have expat payments increased to match the current payment rates. Petition creator Robert Lloyd Crutchlow also proposes that retirees living abroad should receive the annual up rating every April. At 10,000 signatures it would be considered by the Petitions Committee for debate in Parliament. Read it in full here. The full petition proposal put forward by Martin Day states, "UK pensioners deserve a full uprated state pension whenever they choose to live." Further, that UK pensioners who have paid their fair share of NI contributions, national insurance, should not suffer the consequences of successive UK governments' failure to establish bilateral agreements with certain countries. He also referenced the new report, UK-Canada, An Unequal Partnership, which he said highlights the stark contrast in engagement between the UK and Canada on the frozen pensions policy. Mr. Day continued, "This impacts 500,000 British citizens worldwide and 127,000 in Canada alone," and further declares that despite Canada formally requesting negotiations on the policy 4 times between 2013 and 2022, the UK has refused to engage. He added, "The petitioners therefore request that the House of Commons urge the government to engage with the Canadian government on the issue and finally remedy this injustice and reflect respect and courtesy for our British citizens and our Commonwealth neighbours." The latest figures from the Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, show that in March 2022, there were around 480,000 people living overseas receiving state pension payments who do not get the annual increase, some 84%, 403,200, of those live in Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. The WASPI campaign was formed to help millions of women get fair and fast compensation after some of the worst affected were only given a few months' notice of a 6-year delay to their eligibility for the state pension. In 2006, DWP proposed writing to women individually to tell them about changes to state pension age, but it failed to act promptly. An independent review by the Parliamentary and Health Service Ombudsman, PHSO, found this to be maladministration. At the end of November, the PHSO issued draft findings into its review of injustice caused by the maladministration and financial remedy to more than 500 women who had made a complaint, the DWP and MPs involved in their constituency members' cases. The final outcome is due to be published early next year, and any recommendations will apply to all women affected by the change in state pension age, an estimated 3.6 million. State pension operating 2024. 25 millions of older people in receipt of the new or basic state pension will see payments rise by 8.5% next April under the triple lock. This means that someone on the full new state pension will see payments go up from £203.85 per week to £221.20, and as payments are typically made every 4 weeks, this amounts to £884.80 each pay period. Over the 2024-25 financial year, this is an increase of £902, taking the annual income from state pension alone from £10,600 to £11,502. Similarly, someone on the full rate of the old or basic state pension will see payments go up from £156.20 per week to £169.50. This amounts to £678 each pay period. Over the 2024-25 financial year, this is an increase of £692, taking the annual income from £8,122 to £8,814. Get the latest record money news. Join the conversation on our Money Saving Scotland Facebook group for energy and money saving tips, the latest benefits news, consumer help and advice on coping with the cost of living crisis. Sign up to our Record Money newsletter and get the top stories sent to your inbox daily from Monday to Friday, including a special cost of living edition on a Thursday. Sign up here. You can also follow us on X, formerly Twitter, at @recordmoney_ for regular updates throughout the day. Join the Daily Records WhatsApp community here and get the latest news sent straight to your messages.